Unordinary is a webtoon that portrays a society where people have superpowers. And due to this, there's a huge disparity on how people get treated by how powerfully they are ranked. The most powerful people, called high tiers, are held in high esteem and dominate the social hierarchy. The story is set in a prestigious private school called Weston, where the high tiers reign supreme and the low tiers, the people with lesser powers, are constantly belittled and bullied for their lack of power. Yes, more than this, even though that's hard to believe. The unfair treatment of low tiers is shown to be ruthless and brutal, with even the slightest mistake leading to severe consequences if made in front of a high tier. The power dynamic is so skewed that even a minor incident can result in a low tier being severely injured or killed. The story highlights the struggles of those who are powerless in this society and raises questions about the morality of those who hold power. The overarching themes of discrimination and inequality are tackled with sensitivity and thoughtfulness, making Unordinary a must-read for anyone interested in exploring social issues through the lens of a fascinating, engaging story. Well, enough of that deep crap. Let's get right into the story, shall we? The plot centers around John, a protagonist struggling to navigate his day-to-day life without any superpowers, which is heavily stigmatized in this society to the point that he is even called a cripple. No, not that type, this type. His lack of abilities causes everyone around him to immediately reject him more than I was in high school, which leads to relentless bullying, and even a school doctor chastises him for his daily presence. However, John's experiences with this relentless bullying have honed his physical skills, as he is able to defend himself against superpowered foes throughout this series. So I'm basically just saying he's John Wick.
Bruh, look at this dude.
Despite the difficult circumstances, John finds solace in his friendship with Serafina, the strongest student in Weston, even though their relationship started off on a rocky note. And that's to put it lightly. Serafina is one of the only people who provides him with unwavering support, giving him the strength to persevere through the challenges he faces daily. Unfortunately, this dynamic changes when Serafina gets suspended, leaving John to face his struggles alone. Sure, there are more characters like Aizen, which is basically a sniper from COD, Remy, who equals Pink Pikachu, and Blake, who is a tad bit of a jackass, but they're only there as like catalysts for the plot. They might add something to the plots sometimes, but most of the time they're in their own little world with their own struggles. Unless we're talking about Blake, that guy's just a jackass to John from the get-go. And sure, they might be important to the main plot, and they have a lot going on in the background, but for now, unless it's later on in the story, they're not as important. But all this is besides the point. Now we're going to be talking about the real asshole now. A man that everybody hated and may still hate. We're talking about Arlo, the king of Weston. Arlo is basically the human embodiment of drinking the Kool-Aid. Arlo represents blind obedience to authority in the face of evidence that contradicts it. He believes that strong should dominate the weak and that bullying those lower on the social hierarchy is justified. This belief system leads him to clash with John, who holds the opposite view. Surprisingly, Arlo initially attempts to befriend John. By the way, at this point, the fandom started calling him Brolo, which I find kind of funny, because, well, he's just trying to befriend the main protagonist. Their friendship starts off kind of weird, but it's not suspicious at all. Oops, yeah, just come meet me at a field by yourself. It'll be alright. And as soon as John arrives, he is ambushed by two of Arlo's lackeys, which is kind of funny that John didn't really see it coming. And at this point, I'm not gonna lie, they're kind of kicking John's ass. But from this moment, John unleashes his inner Super Saiyan and outright gives everyone the hands, saying that his hands are E for everyone. It is discovered that he had a power all along, probably the most broken power in the series. He can copy other people's powers. Not only that, he can actually use them better than the original users, which is kind of a big ode fuck you to basically everyone John goes against from this point forth. And I would like to continue further, but I feel like it would completely ruin the series for those of you that are actually interested in reading it. And sure, I might have already spoiled a huge section of the story, but there is much more going on in the background, and I might just talk about it in future videos. And last but not least, I would like to end this by saying fuck you to Aslo. JK, he's good again. Oh, and please don't hate me in the comment section if I got anything wrong. This is a highly summarized plot, basically. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Bye.